So if sir has completed the point or sir needs to give a feedback now, sir can.
I done. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
done.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So good morning, everyone. Welcome back again.
Good morning, sir.
I feel very happy and very short of interesting part that you all have joined again together. Most important, up till now, I just wanted to share with you that how I also felt after you all joined for this session. Sir and myself had a talk relating to, let's say, what we need to enhance to help our students to come up. So, sir initiated me, let's say, why not to come up with nice English classes for all. So I said, sir, today's situation, whatever is happening, in that case of mind, we should stress more on of their communications power. We should enhance their more of their communication skill. So sir also thought that sir, we belong to a very different perspective of providing education to the children. Yes, this is also a better alternative to come up. So I thought, sir, in this way we can contribute to everyone. So finally we came to this conclusion. Now, yesterday also we had a discussion relating to vocabulary enhancement. So all these discussions, important word that is called as discussions, we'll be doing all together with you all today. Yesterday, sir also had a short meeting with me. Sir said that, sir, why not to take a feedback? I also wanted that, yes, we should take a feedback. The summing up of what actually we have done up till now. Now, continuously when we organize session, it happens to be that I find that less number of questions is being discussed or asked. It could be not related to your training session. It could be some or the other way relating to your other aspects in which we can discuss today. So sir gave a nice idea. I also initiated that. Sir said that fine. Altogether we'll have a nice discussion of a class in which let all the students get a chance to speak about not only their communicative language problem, communication skill problem. Apart from that, also suppose they are having English problem, difficulties. So today we decided that yes, let it be a very free flow discussion. Let it be a very free flow interaction between me and you all together. So I thought, yes, we should do that. And yes, as I said you about how to work upon vocabulary, I'll give you a small assignment, a small sort of assignment which you only have to work together and in which you only have to give us the result. Now, how you need to go forward? That whichever paragraph, whichever newspaper, whichever novel, or whichever storybook you are reading, from that particular content, you take around one paragraph, two paragraph, depending upon you. After reading those lines, those sentences, you mark those vocabulary words. Almost in all the paragraph, sentences, novels, newspaper articles, you'll find those vocabulary words. So what you circle those vocabulary words. Then in your diary or wherever you want, you go through with the meaning of that. You go to the meaning of that. First write whatever the word. Suppose, for example, you have taken word patience. Now, patience relates to what? It could be in Hindi. From where you get it? Obviously, from dictionary you get it. Patience. What is the Hindi anuvakya uska? And what is the actual meaning of patience? That you write it. And then the same sentence based on that particular patience word you will be writing. And it will be how many depending upon you. It could be one sentence, two sentence based on that particular patience word. So what will happen? Every day you make it a practice of this. After the session gets over, whenever you get time, that particular moment you read that. Whenever you read, you feel this is a hard word. We call it as hard word. We can say it now as vocabulary enhancement word. So that you circle it, get the meaning of that, and finally write the sentence according to that. Now, what will happen? Whenever you be in regular touch or whether you will be in regular communication with anyone, you can enhance those vocabulary words in your sentences. So this will give you an additional support that how to increase your vocabulary power, the building of vocabulary. So this assignment, what you will do it and how you will do it, I gave you how you have to do it. Now what actually you have to do it, you frame those sentences, and tomorrow we'll be discussing these sentences, like which words you have selected. You can give a narration also on that. Let's say I wrote a story, I read a story of a particular novel. Give an introduction to it. I'll be very happy about that. Give an introduction nicely. I read this particular newspaper. I read this particular novel. I read this story, sir, based on so and so. If you can give me who was actually the author of that, that also you added up. See, this is enhancement of what actually you want to present. It is an enrichment what actually you can put into it. So all those things you do, and then finally you come, sir, out of this passage or out of this newspaper article or out of this story, I got these 10 words, these 8 words, these 20 words, or these 15 words, and out of which the meaning is, you say me the word, meaning, and your sentences. Word, meaning, and your sentences. So that what will happen? Every day you make it a practice. Again, whatever the problems we had discussed till yesterday about vocabulary enrichment, vocabulary empowerment, so these are the best alternatives in which you can improve. And yesterday I was just thinking that how to develop, how to give you the hint of that. So it's very simple. Go through it, get out all those, take out all those words, and finally frame it in your own sentence with the meaning. With the meaning is very important because, as I said to you yesterday, your mind and speech should work together. Now, patience बोलो तो हिंदी में उसका अनुवाद क्या होगा? सबर रखना. कुछ other meaning भी हो सकता है, one or the other way. But in this way, when you translate into your mind, presently, if you're not थोड़ा कच्चा, then that time what you can do, you can frame it in Hindi, then according to it, place it in an English sentence, and finally you write it in your writings or you say it by your speech. So this will give you the enhancement. Now, gradually you increase your speed. So presently you will be going slow, but gradually you increase your speed. I am telling you that. Because now our mind is not small sort of a child. Now it is framing instantly and you're collecting the data, the things together, which can be improved instantly like that. So make it a point of doing this practice and tomorrow give the feedback of everything. And how much you have done it and how much you have prepared for it. And finally, how will you represent that? And one more thing important. I always say to my students, whether our mother tongue is Marathi, our mother tongue is Hindi, whether Telugu, Tamil, whatever. But make sure when you speak English, you try to convert yourself as you are actually speaking the correct part. The accent what is more important should be very fluent speaking actually in English. For example, if I say for computer, if I say computer and people are there who say computer, now it is not good enough. So we need to transform that particular, we can change the speech now, the way we can speak. We can change it very nicely. Computer, I can say computer also, but this is a wrong pronunciation, wrong punching of words. So how you have to pronounce computer. So this speech power, the way of your mouth should go, that is more important. Simple as that. थोड़ी देर के लिए ऐसा कोशिश करना है, make yourself as a, you are a British speaking, a British English, a way how it needs to be said. You try to modulate. That doesn't mean you have to change the entire accent. No. Be yourself when you speak also. Just be yourself and just try to change your intonation with yourself. Simple as that. If you want to learn song, you can't read and learn song. You have to go, if you're a good singer, then you have to go with rhythm, then what we call that, modules, then what we call that, the intonation, and then rhythm and parable and all these things, you have to learn it out together. These are practice. But when it comes to singing, you have to go up and down while singing. So it is very important that when you want to change yourself, it depends upon you. But that doesn't mean you are overdoing that. So make very sure that yes, this accent mine is absolutely correct. You can judge by your way of speaking and everything. In other firms also, when medical transcriptionists and all these people are there, they speak in a different accent because they have to understand the UK English, the US English, and all these parts of different way of accent in that. So basically, they teach them the accent, and therefore, when you talk to them, no, they speak as if they are from Australia or they are from US or they are from UK, like that. But what we have to do, we have to just be focused on just trying to change. You see, practically, if you're built into it now, you'll change much easier, much faster. So make it a point when you speak in a simple, a very lenient sort of an action in your words. It should come out to be. You just practice, things will come all right to you. So as in the starting, we discussed that we'll have a more of interactive session today. So the entire time I'll give it to you. It could be not related with English only. It could be related to something else, problem, whatever discussion we can bring it out, some solutions to it, we can do that. So I hope all are present here, and I wanted that everybody should come, and most importantly, tell your friends also to join now. For the second module also we can do it, or for the next batch also we can do it. So here I'll give you all time now to discuss. Now, whatever the question answer session is there, or your query session is there, or a discussion session is there, or some part of improvement you have done, some part of yesterday what happened with you, share your experience. And for assignment, I gave you that this is the way. Again, the ones who are joined late, again, make an assignment related to this story, novel, newspaper article, read it, take out those vocabulary words with you, the good words, then go to the dictionary, get it, write the meaning of that particular word, and then finally the sentence of that. So tomorrow when we'll discuss, it can happen that any moment I can ask you that have you done that assignment? See, this brings interest in you all. The more you'll become serious in this, the more early you'll gain, the more early you'll learn. So it is very important to show interest. It should not happen that those numbers were there who joined in the starting of the webinar. And finally, what happened? See, it's loss of others and profit of ours. Very simple as it says. So now let us join together with this interactive session. And you need to be very free enough. Language, no barrier. Presently, I'll try. But I also know that you all speak in English only. I'm firm about that. But most importantly, if you find anything to be added to it, I don't feel that my students presently are not actually in that much way of not knowing English to speak. I'm very happy enough that everybody is speaking, trying, expressing, and most importantly, when you speak, also to show your expression. Also, bring your expression, bring smile, bring your opinion, bring your thoughts. Because sometimes face shows. Have you seen those people who can't speak and then do with action and everything? The news nowadays it is regularly shown. The deaf and dumb people, how they represent those words. Now, the ones who don't have speech, they understand by those words, by the fingers, the movements, and everything like that. So, in the same manner, thank God we all have speech, hear, speak, see, and everything. So, therefore, I say you, whenever you talk, whenever you communicate, this is actually a positive enhancement what you can create with everyone. So, make it a point when you speak, try to be a little bit of British speaking English. I mean to say, सिंपल एज दैट अपने आप को थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश मैन और इंग्लिश वुमन बनने की कोशिश करो नो प्रॉब्लम इज सच मराठी भी वैसे शुद्ध बोलते हैं लोग ऐसा नहीं है इफ यू गो टू पुणे साइड गुड पीपल हु टॉक इन इंग्लिश आल्सो दे Marathi is very sweet, very fluent. Sometimes it's very interesting to learn also. It's not like that. And here also, because the power is there in this speech. When they speak, the beauty of words, the beauty of language, the beauty of communication, the beauty of expression, the beauty of communication comes out from there. So it is very important for you all also just to feel. Nothing will happen. Bring yourself into confidence. So I want you all now to join. I hope you have created your own questions, queries, or discussions, or ideas, or experience, or whatever things you have learned up till now. Bring it into the discussions and we'll discuss now. Let it be a free sort of interactive session. Because I want this session to happen not only on web, it should happen in practical aspects also. But finally, whatever we have, we have to do it. Yes. Should we proceed and ask questions? Let it go in a very interactive form. Others also, if you want to put an idea into it, go forward. I'll be very happy. Further. So let's start. I hope all are present.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Rahul.
Only one yes, sir. Shubham, Rahul, Sushma.
Sachin. Available.
No, sir. Today only three people are present. Shivam, Rahul,
Okay,
and Sachin.
okay, Shubham. Yeah, go ahead.
So good morning, first of all.
Good morning, dear Shubham. Good morning.
And happy Guru Purnima.
It's a lovely day.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I can tell you yesterday life. Uh, I'm going to my office. I have saw many things. I have go to the server rooms and many more things. I have saw the actually mainframe computer in my life first time. There is G14 HP HP server, power server G14. It's in really big size and really huge. I don't think so, and no, I'm not sawing in any images. That isn't really huge, and only one in India, and is a first customer for RBI.
Okay.
Cutting the cakes and all the thing will be happen over there because this is the first server in India, and it's really huge. There is a very big team to manage that server, and first of all, they are configuring that server, and I have saw these things. It isn't really unbelievable unbelievable things. I'm not explaining in my words, but it isn't really huge for me. And they will managing server, and I'm sawing these things. I'm not getting anything of what they are doing, but I'm just enjoying. I saw that kind of thing. I'm enjoying and I'm seeing कि ऐसे cables भी आते हैं, ऐसा भी होता है. और ये तीन cabin में लगे हुए हैं. That means there have been 3 cabins and they will attach each together. They're having a personal hardware engineer, personal network engineer, personal application engineer. They're having huge teams near about 20 to 25% only for the one single server. And they are doing these things. And I'm really, it means, wow, मैं ऐसा चेहरा करके था, इतना बड़ा हो रहा है.
Shubham, what was your experience yesterday when you went to office?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
if I talk about your particular part, now this you enjoyed in your company, correct?
Right, sir.
So, what was your contribution yesterday? You felt happy? Yes.
Yes.
This was the experience what you had yesterday, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, how much of your contribution was done to that enjoyment? In that, you can tell me.
Sir, I'm basically going to the server room and just watching. I'm not doing anything and not my contribution on that project. I'm just watching because of the first time, because I don't have an access to touch anything on there. I'm just sawing in the long distance, observing each and everything, observing and seeing what is happening over there and learning people working like that, and they are doing these things in that way, and they are using that much of equipments. Basically, I have saw some equipment first time, so it will be a new thing for me.
And what about the communication part, which you have learned or done or something like that?
Sir, I have learned some words like I'm telling in Prashant sir, phenomena. I have listened that word some guy. He said some phenomena what he is using. So I searched that word. What is this phenomena means? So I have seen something happen suddenly or कभी कभी जो होता है.
Very rarely it happens. Yeah.
Anything happens. So that is word is phenomena. So I have listened that word first time. I have searched that word and written in my diary ki this word isn't really unique and using some.
So what was the spelling for that?
PHO phenomena. Starting for P.
Silent.
Phenomena.
You remember the spelling?
No, sir.
Is it, Shubham, is it phenomenon?
Phenomena.
Achha. I just wanted to hear the spelling actually.
PHENOMANA. Phenomena.
Phenomenon. So the pronunciation should be in this way.
Yes, sir.
Phenomena, you saying something else. Phenomenal. Now you have Google, yes?
Yes, sir. I am googling right now.
Write that word and click onto that speaker button. You'll get the real actual accent. That is the reason I said you make yourself to believe that yes, I am a Britisher speaking, not in Tamil. We are absolutely Indian, but the thing is that you bring into it that yes, I have to speak as a British accent. So now you'll get the correct word. You did?
Phenomenon. सर इसका एक्चुअली स्पेलिंग मैंने गलत किया है. Phenomena है PHENOMENAL. Phenomenal है.
That is the reason. You click that.
Right, sir.
Speaker, you'll get the exact way of pronunciation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right,
by the way, we can cross forward to my other student who are
Yes, sir.
present.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, sir. Rahul.
Webo.
Rahul.
Sorry, Rahul. Rahul and Webo voice is same.
Okay, sir.
See Rahul.
Sir, I want to share my yesterday experience. Actually, the same experience I already shared with Prashant sir and my colleagues, communications colleagues. Actually, when we started this communication classes, yesterday, actually, sir, yesterday I went my what do I say? Yesterday, Sushma said, "Tell me that word." I forgot it. My
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law, right. I went my father-in-law's house, and I'm
House.
and I'm trying to speak with my wife in English. Suddenly she.
Rahul,
Yes, sir. I'm married.
Okay. Yeah.
And for your kind information, sir, I have a 2 months daughter.
Congratulations, yeah. Good wishes, yeah. See, why I'm asking you this question? I'll tell you one thing. Why I'm asking you this question? Because I'm just pausing, for a while.
Yes,
because
yes.
In every stage, you have to become different. When
Yes,
you're
sir.
unmarried, you have to play a very different role. Now you're married, you understand the importance of English, because many parents are facing this problem. Though we are qualified, though we are working in good sector, but we are not able to teach our children the basics, the way of speaking English.
Yes.
Now you have become a responsible parent. Today you understand the need of the hour that yes, unless and until I'll imbibe in house, at your home, communication power, communication in English, then only this thing will start. As I said, education starts from home. Therefore, I can say English speaking also should start from home. So now you're taking into habit that yes, sir, I'll be teaching, and most importantly, say that you are now talking with your wife also. That is really appreciated. See, the child listens, whether
Yes,
small, elder, like that. This child listens that how you communicate, how you present yourself with your partners, how you present with your relatives, granny, grandpa, and everything. So you are inculcating this value. Appreciate it. Further?
Yes, sir. So that time she were laughing on me. Actually, she explained that type of experience first time from my side. So,
absolutely good.
So she suddenly expressing me wow, what I say,
Surprised.
surprised, right? She surprised, and for a while minute she stuck. So and she tell me why you are doing means why you are talking in English. So I then I tell her because of everyone wants to learn English, and everyone should learn English. But I previously I also done this. I tried this, but I didn't continue.
Yes.
I leave that session. I leave it practice. But now I have one more reason to learn English because of my daughter. So that time she right. So that time she realized, and that she approached me, and she what I say, appreciate me, and she supports me. So
Okay, good. And what about she speaks English?
sir, she can't do as I am. She knows very well. Actually, she is doing MSc. She
Uh-huh.
she knows, but as all we have means, as I am previously, I can't speak more. Right now,
Not
I
comfortable.
not comfortable as I right now, as I feel I can speak more, as
Mhm.
previous I cannot do. So
Yes.
the
Now, see, this now you understood that since ma'am is MSc also,
yes,
ma'am
sir.
is MSc also, but still the power of speaking in English is not there. Now you have
Yes,
got the idea, yes, sir, this is the need of the hour.
yes,
You
sir.
did a very, very good start, I'll tell you. You gave a nice surprise to your wife, to ma'am.
Yes, sir.
So this is excellently done because see, unless until you think that I'll change, you'll become a motivator, then only you can contribute there. Therefore, I request Prashant sir also that sir, we should have no such sort of sessions for housewives also or the elderly people also who actually are interested to work upon to learn English also. So I really want sir to put forward all these things also. So coming back to Rahul, yes.
Yes, sir. So it was a very great experience for me to talk with her.
But
Then, sir,
continue. There is no ending. Huh? Go
yes,
for infinity. Go for
yes, sir,
infinity.
yes, sir, yes, yes, sir. The
Because this will
same
give you
thing.
because this
Hmm.
will give you advantage. The moment the child will go to the school, now you will get the strength and you will face the interview part. Because nowadays parents and teachers interview as well as principals interviews also is being done. So that
Yes,
time
sir.
you will not feel afraid that sir हमको कुछ नहीं आता है हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But
Yes,
when
sir.
you learn it and you go now, then you feel very happy enough that I am different from other parents. And most importantly, the child also feel proud.
Yes, sir.
So good. But you continue this and
Yes,
learn, tell
sir.
your also to learn and contribute and communicate regularly. Because the
Yes,
child
sir.
will listen whatever you do, whatever you
Yes.
speak.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
it's good. Good, Ram, good.
Sir,
Appreciate.
I remember one incident. As you told, if we are facing, if we are attending any uh,
Interviews.
Session.
interview sessions, we are afraid. Actually,
Hmm.
the same incident were happened with me when I completed my graduation and I applied for MBA. That time, I mm, there one is a CET exam for
Yes.
MBA.
Clearance.
Right. So there is one session, groups discussion. That time when I joined, I just stuck. Other students, other people's talking means I am
Yes.
not saying they all are talking in English. Few students are speaking in Marathi, Hindi, but that time I just only saw them. I struck them. That
Hmm.
time, the same incident I remember now.
Hmm.
So uh, I I thought the same incident could not happen in future with me.
Hmm. But now I can tell you, Shubham, Rahul,
Ra-
I can tell you one
Rahul.
thing that the moment you will be put into a group discussion now, what
Yes,
I'm giving you the faith, what I'm giving you the trust, that you will not stammer now. Within 2 days, I identified that what sort of improvement is being done within you all. I'm sure about that. Such group discussions will be because I wanted this practically to happen with you all.
yes, sir.
Because
Sir,
see, I want you all. The moment the mic is given to you, now, if you don't know anything, you are not prepared. Also, you should be able to speak in front of audience.
yes,
So
sir.
my thought is like this that when because see this is called as team building, a team leader. A team leader should have all these authorities, positive authorities, in which he could lead the team very nicely. The moment you get into problems, you don't have to sink into it. You have to think solutions for it.
Yes, sir.
So my objective for you all is this way. When you stack up into problems now, don't get into it. Bring out the solution instantly rather than thinking into it. So this should be our motive. So don't stop here. Regularly you continue at home
Yes, sir.
also. And
Yes,
now
sir. And
take it out your dar and all these things which we call
yes,
as.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yesterday also we had a we have discussion. I have discussion with Vaibhav. Yesterday at 7:30, I called him, Vaibhav, and we were start discussing in English. So we did a lot of mistake. We did. He also knows. I also know. He doing some mistake. I doing some mistake. But that time we means we come on conclusion. So that time we decided to just break out our barriers, means confidence build. if
Yes.
if we just as we said previously, we have a lot of lack of confidence. Now we feel,
This is
yes,
what.
yes, sir.
This
Now
is
we
what. Mhm.
now we feel to, means we build up our confidence. So yesterday we decided, Vaibhav and we decided to whatever we said, means maybe हमारी English हम wrong बात कर रहे होंगे, we will work on that later. First of all, we will build up our confidence.
Yes, correct.
The same thing we already yesterday discussed, me
Yes.
and Vaibhav.
Correct. No, you see, this is what is called as the problem solving solutions. What you take it out. Here, the major problem comes out to be your confidence. You get stammer, you get afraid. See, if you know English nicely, also just imagine if I know English entirely nicely, and when it comes to the performance part, and I stand like this, I'm not able to speak anything. Then what does that knowledge of English means to?
Yes.
Better than that, if you're having less knowledge of English or nothing as such of English, first build in confidence, build in a motivator within yourself, and then you can enhance your speaking. I said you don't worry about grammar, don't worry about anything. Just first build in confidence, speak. The more you speak, the more you listen, the more you will communicate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are making tend to make mistakes. Everybody has problem. But where actually you're lagging, you saw that yes, sir, unless and until I build in confidence, then only I can speak. Then only I can reciprocate to whosoever is in front of me. And make it a point, all your friends you try to English, make it a compulsory part that home also, if you have mommy, papa, everybody is there, talk with your family members also in English. So elderly people or junior people also will understand that yes, some different environment is getting changed. Now it depends upon this only. So keep it on like this. And whenever you all communicate together, that time also you speak in English only. Again, don't worry if you know it or not. But your English accent should not go back.
Yes.
Don't bring Hindi into it. And I'm telling you, you observe when Vaibhav talks to you and you talk to Vaibhav, both of you understand the vocabulary what we are using. Sometimes or the other, we add up into some words as you are doing now, as Vaibhav also did yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Those words you try, and Vaibhav could see that yes, Rahul is saying some new words into it. And you can also understand that Vaibhav is also using some words. And make it a point that speech should be much more as an English person. Much more as an English person. Means your lip sync, your speech, your way of putting that words into it should be punched in a proper manner and bring it up. Here also whenever we are speaking, I find few mistakes happening. But I said no, let it go. Because why? Today Rahul is getting that confidence, Vaibhav is getting that confidence, Shubham is also having that confidence, Sushma is also having confidence. Everybody is building in. So this is the first stepping stone to speak a confident sort of communication skill, communication English like that. So it is good. You continue this, huh?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes.
So
More of
these
discussion.
things,
I'm actually hungry for all such things from you all. Yeah.
so such things are we are improving.
And who else is there online?
Sachin.
Sachin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have joined late on second day.
Yeah, because this voice was something new. I was thinking this is not Prashant's voice. Yes.
No. Actually, when it comes to the English speaking, I have started it from 9th to 10th class. When I was in 9th, I used to practice it with my friend, which is what can say junior than me. Near about 2 years. At that time, we started to practice it. Whenever we conversation between our two, we started to talk in English. At that time, some people which are used to be around us, they just think, what are these guys doing here? And I have one sister, which is bigger than me for 4 to 5 years. She also started to listen. She always used to say, "Oh my God, you are in ninth and 10th class, and you are speaking so much good as per your age."
Yeah.
I have never joined any English speaking class. I have just practiced it with my own. I have analyzed the people, how they are acting, how they are speaking. I have read books. I remember that when I was in engineering, there was a book named Public Speaking. I don't know exactly which who writer was and where we'll get it from again. But there are so many things mentioned in that book, that how should we react, how should we get prepared, how our preparation should be when we are in public speaking. I have analyzed that book very deeply and got some things there, prepared ourselves, listen to English music, English news,
Yes.
and English English series which we can see normally.
Yes, yes.
And I got learned so many things from there. So it will get started and go continue till now. And whenever till now, whenever I get a chance to speak in English, I'll definitely try for it. Like when we have some problem in our mobile network, or say in our IT section, we need to talk to or talk on toll-free number. At that time, I select English, always select English language, not try to select Marathi or Hindi, so as I can speak with them. I can talk to them with in English. I can analyze their way of talking, how they are talking. So it just happens, and I'm just continuing it. The same time, it happens like our class was going on. Vaibhav told me that you should join. You have to join it. Of course, you are fluent. You know that you are not that much good, but you can arrange. But you have to join it. So I said, it's okay. What can I say? What's bad in that? Of course, I'll learn something new. Not much that level, but something I'll learn something new, which I don't know. Something there will be improvement. So on that purpose, I have just joined this class.
So, Sachin, where do you find your drawback in this? See, if suppose I'll say we are conducting a class, English communication. Fine,
Right.
it's very simple topic. Now, the ones who knowing about English, they will never join.
Right.
Or if they join, they'll have lots of criticism in that. This is
Correct.
there, that is not there. But what is our focus? To bring out the majority, average or above average,
Hmm.
who are from Marathi background or from Hindi background. And most importantly, the students who are interested to bring change through their language power.
Correct.
Now, whenever we decided the content also, it should be in a very stipulated short span of time, small time, in which my students should speak. And speak in such a way that yes, an instant and a very early change has been done with them. So our objective is like this. Now, if suppose we conduct this class in English communication, what is there in this? What actually is there in this? People take it in that way. But
Yeah.
with English speaking, what is missing out? For example, today, if I can see Sachin is little bit behind in speaking part. In what sense?
Right.
Communication, intonation of words, again the vocabulary power and everything. Now, Sachin could have attended a lot of session. Correct. Now, but in this, what are the drawbacks Sachin could enhance or should get it that you only can identify?
Right.
Because believing this, because I also go through with lots of orientation, with some introduction, with public speaking and guest appearance and everything. Things are common in this.
Right.
But it depends upon the speaker who delivers into the students. And when the delivery is done, it means it depends upon you how to bowl the bowling, and it could be you can get a hat trick.
Yes.
Very simple. It's absolutely simple. Now, what I saw first day of our student, they were lacking in speaking power, डर, एक प्रकार का fright was there.
Right. Stage fear, like that type of.
Now everything is removed. Now
Correct.
what notice I'm getting? Things are happening at home. Things are happening at the professional level. They are utilizing the etiquettes and how to say, how to stand, how to talk, how to behave, how to understand, how to communicate. Now, along with English, we are stressing on all these aspects. Because now, practically, if I see you all, then I can understand much more better. And that will be done. Discussion manner, when I see you all, that moment the thing is different. How you are confident enough when you stand in front of me, when you sit in front of me, and when I'll make you stand and speak, then that creates a different impression. So
Correct.
what are lacunas? So we have to work upon all such students to bring up in that. So our basic objective is to do this only.
The same thing I have think that I have to learn more than English. It's just not that I have to learn English. We have to learn etiquettes, manners, which you have explained yesterday and the day before classes. That all things I want to learn. I want to analyze that all things. I want to implement that all things in me.
This is a very important word, implementation. Now this is a vocabulary word.
Yeah.
Implement. What is implement? To put into your regular habits.
Put into your regular
Meanings
habits.
are different. Meanings are different, but implementation word is deriving in that way. Whatever you learn, you have to implement. If I remove implement, whatever I do, I have to use it. Instead of implement, I've done use it in my life. So this is when you speak now, you bring those words into your sentences. And finally, you're enhancing your vocabulary. See, things is very simple, but people needs to understand. Yesterday also I was discussing etiquettes. Then Sushma also was remembering, sir, regularly we use this, but we forget actually that we have to use it. And later on it clicks us that, sir, we missed out this one. So I want this continuation to happen, and that will be fruitful to you, progressive for you, growthful to you.
Yes, of course.
What our work is just to train you, just to build in all the strength what we can provide to you. And finally, you are only the megawatts, the powerhouse, what you have to do.
Right.
Yes. More questions? You can also continue.
Not much more questions. I'm just gaining what I can from you.
See, probably I should suggest bring more number of students into it. You suggest
Correct.
all your students also. Apart from the remaining module, whatever is there, I know that you will learn. You will surely learn, and a different contribution among others will be there with us.
Correct.
Because when I was talking with Sir has a different vision apart from others. Apart from others, I'm talking about. But what happens now? Everybody doesn't favor in this.
Right. Everybody plays a role in it.
Yeah. Everyone doesn't play in that way, the role. But they don't understand that is only the important thing which actually they are missing. I'm talking about an example of one college. 3-year degree college is there. Fine. I used to go around and check those students. 3 years, very important in their life. And what they're doing, they're busy in chit-chatting, masti, and all these things. They're not bothered about that, what actually they have to do in future. So I feel very pity among 1500 students. 1500 students are there. 3 years is important to become a good graduate one. But they're not thinking in that way. Now today we say our youth is the power of the country. Probably if I say you as an individual is power for your family, for yourself, and for your future.
Yes.
If you believe in yourself, those 1500 students also should behave in that manner, or should understand that what actually they are imbibed into. But I feel very pity because nobody is there to guide, nobody is there to insist, nobody is there to help them. So this is also the problem which is happening, because after 3 years, you are enjoying your 3 years, doing whatever you want. But what happens? After that, you realize no jobs, no options, no English. What sort of you are getting? It is reality fact what is happening, because I have done all these sorts of survey, study. Not only this, parents also have a different role nowadays. They also want that we want an English medium school. But to be very frank, in bigger schools also this communication power is not there.
Right.
The confidence part, debate, extempo, quiz competition, or oration is there, oration skill is there, poetry skill is there. Many such skills are there in which you can enhance and enrich into it. Now, you are all a grown up. You are today have to face the world around. You are actually the motivator for others. Probably you are also missing someone the other way. You are in good profession, you are earning, you are taking care of your family, you are taking care of yourself. But what is missing out is this one. Just imagine much number of people are there who are actually studying are from village side. Why need to transform? If we transform the village people there only, they don't have to come to cities. They don't have to come for jobs there. They themselves could develop different farm activities, different new techniques. Good engineers should go to farming sector, and bring something new, enhancement of machines and everything. They don't have to come and log themselves, sir, we want job, we are not able to speak English and all these things. So we want to focus in such a way in a different manner, in which everywhere, wherever a person goes, the speaking power, the speaking knowledge about English will happen. So our alternative or our thinking is in that. My view is very broad. And I always think that yes, things can bring out positivity. Now, when I see you all know, coming up with every day some or the other improvement, I don't observe you with my speech or with your expression. I understand you very psychologically. That how much you're
Right.
putting effort in you.
Efforts.
This is very important. Your efforts are important. And you won't go empty handed. Some of the other way, you will have a lot of power within yourself to enroll yourself like that.
Correct.
So I just want this interaction to happen much more. So let us bring out some more questions.
Some more questions.
You can also say, Sachin, you can also say.
What type of? I mean,
Suppose
like. Sorry.
suppose I feel.
Sorry,
Apart
it's breaking.
from your communication skill, do you have any other problem or you face or some challenges like that? Or you have stuck up in such sort of situations in which you're not coming out like that?
No, it's not like that. There are no. I don't face any these big problems. But like same way the Rahul and Sushma said that our mind puts something in a different way and our tongue puts something in a different way. Sometimes it happens whenever I face someone, I'll talk very confidently. I even don't realize that I was lagged somewhere. I was wrong somewhere. I just feel that yes, I have faced it very bravely, very strongly. But sometimes it happens like our tongue gets stuck somewhere and we don't get words to how to express what we want to say. Words get here and there. Sometimes these things happen, and that's not much more than that.
All these things will happen, but see, make it a
Yeah.
habit. Now, you people are very well versed that yes, I have to speak in English only. Good to see the
Yes.
objective is that, sir, I have options of three languages English, Hindi, and Marathi, but I select only English now. So, this is the urge. This is the interest, what actually you want to do for it. Correct? So, the same thing
Correct.
should move on in that way. We do have other questions also lined up. Shubham, Rahul.
Sir, Rahul here.
Yeah.
Not sir, means there is not some question from me. Actually, the same, same. Just I said, Sachin, previously I discussed with you. We have to improve first. That's thing which previously you shared with us. So the change cannot done in within a 2 or 3 days. We have to give some more time. So we have to take a patience. We have to do that thing on regular. So that the time the changes will happen. So,
I want much more of your questions also to come up. See, it could be very simple one or a very different one. I want your questions also to come forward, actually. More of questions?
Sir,
One more thing I should suggest you, that now as we start for the next module or for the next seminar or for the next introduction of orientation of a module, I should suggest you, whosoever is there in you, because see, you have seen the root part, what actually we are working for, how we are working for. I want your thoughts to be shared with everyone. Sometimes, as Sachin, I saw him taking an interview of Sir. I saw how Sachin was asking questions and everything. I saw practically how you enhance. Now, this skill also, whatever we are doing, should be given, should be provided, should be supported to others actually who are far behind in all these aspects. We don't want that, as you all have struggled or you have brought yourself into limelight, you have brought yourself into progress. In the same manner, you find someone needy, someone problem, someone to understand, some really want to learn, very important, really want to learn, you contribute now. Now we want our branches to spread. Now you are the starting part of everything. You have gone through, you are going through. What is the objective? What you are learning should be provided to others. So I want, whatever your idea concept is there, you share with others also. You make them understand.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sir, how to make a sentence, sir?
Now, sentence is a group of words. Now, depending upon what topic you want to frame a sentence. For example, you are in a view of happiness.
Yes.
Take it an example as birthday, as you said, something new happened at your office. In the same manner, birthday. The concept is what? To frame a sentence relating to birthday. Yesterday, my family celebrated birthday of my younger son. Today, we will be celebrating birthday of my loving sister. So, what is the idea into it? Birthday is the topic.
Birthday is the topic.
On the basis of birthday, yes. For it, take an example much more of office also. I have to go early. Now, these are views of sentences. If you're writing a simple sentence, your theme is what? Office. I have to go office on time. Now, this is a statement what you're giving. This is a sentence what you're giving, statement. Now, if you're ordering to somebody else, I have to go on time. You don't understand it. Now, this is sort of a command what you're giving. So, sentences, group of words which you can frame it based on what theme you had in your mind or you have in your mind. And then there are different ways of presenting it. It could be sentence, it could be command, it could be request. The same sentence can be, but framing is more important.
Sir, actually, sir, actually, what is happening with me? Whenever I am try to talk in English, it's really difficult for me to make a sentence and speak with others. So that's why I'm asking this. And told me, Prashant sir also told me, you're lagging to making a sentence. So that's why I'm asking you, sir. Many times that will be happening for me. Making a sentence.
Suppose I'll say you. Shubha, frame a sentence. I'm giving you the topic sport. Frame a sentence.
Sir, I'm ready. Sir, I'm making a paragraph over that topic. Sport. Sir, I'm sports. Sorry. Sir, I'm very much loving guy to play sports like cricket, karate, volleyball, and I'm also really good bowler in cricket. I have a good bowling speed. I have a good swing the ball. I have a good technique to swing a ball. I have played in district level also in cricket, and I have played with one match when I'm studying in 10th class. I have played with Umesh Yadav one match. That is the thing I am remembering in my life regarding to the cricket. But nowadays I'm not playing the cricket because of professional is there. I'm studying. I'm learning so many things. So time was lagging. I'm not managing. Like sir was said, कोई व्यस्त नहीं होता है, अगर कोई व्यस्त है तो वो अस्त व्यस्त होता है. So I'm feeling like I'm अस्त व्यस्त. I'm not managing that proper way for playing time. So I'm trying to manage your time and playing the games. Sir, my pronunciation will be good, or any grammatical mistake is there?
See, what was your power? What was actually your lacuna? What was your drawback? Sir, I can't frame sentence. Now I gave you a topic of sports, and you made around 7 sentences.
So I am good on that.
Probably you're doing well. Probably you're doing absolutely good. For example, I give you a topic health. Coming back to the last one. Being a sports person, don't ever get away from sports. Okay. Some or the other way, just do running and everything. Don't forget that. Okay. Last point should be, because that is the moral of your topic. Correct?
Correct,
so
sir.
Last also you can write it. Yes, you being a sports person, people should understand the importance of sports. So every day they should do practice running and make themselves healthy and nice. So this is an additional what you can provide into it. Now I'm giving you the topic health. Shubham.
Sorry, sir. Room service is there. That's why I'm
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm giving the topic of health.
Health. Okay. Take minutes. So, health topic, na? Okay.
Yeah.
I will try to make my health is better. Health is. I have listened the word health is well. So I'm doing daily. I'm a daily wake up 5 o'clock, and I will make a sentence. And I will make a sentence. Sorry, I will do exercise half an hour, and I have used the app workout from home. This application name.
See, now,
home workout application I'm using.
Keep health in your mind. You'll get points. Food, health related, exercise, 1 sentence. Food, 1 sentence. Eatable things, 1 sentence. Junk food, not allowed.
Not allowed.
Steroids and everything, don't use it. Use your sweat and brain and mind. These are the points what you can put into your
mind.
Topic.
Sorry.
What was your topic? Shubham, what was your topic? Based on this, health से related क्या-क्या चीजें हो सकती है? And based on that, sir, health is important for everyone. Today, the more you will be healthy, you will be away from diseases. Don't eat junk food to have a bad health. Always have a balanced diet, which will keep you healthy and strong. Me, as a sports person, believe that sports actually comes out to be the best if you are healthy. So, आखिरी sentence, last sentence you can say. Therefore, people say, it is rightly said, health is wealth. So, जब कभी भी आपको, whenever you get a point, that's this is my topic. What you do, you get all those sub points along with you, and then frame your sentences accordingly. You are saying, no doubt about that, but this is a hint. This is a instant source of mind what you can put into yourself and bring out the improvements. So these aspects are important. For example, I'll take RBI. Come on, say a few words on RBI.
RBI is a huge organization.
Yes.
Yeah. It will it will have a reserve storage in their four branches, and one of them in Nagpur. There is a really in RBI there is many people are too much educated and matured. They're having a really good environment to work. They will they will create an environment to work very fluently. They had really good systems and centralized system. I said centralized system to manage your workload, and and there is a huge infrastructure and a huge amount of they are investing huge amount of money for the security purpose. Almost 40 to 50% money they are investing for the security purpose. They have a really tight security, and your security guards having too much power regarding to the other employees. Things should come within, ma'am.
See, now you framed a lot of questions. Now I'll ask you one question. What is a place called where the coins are made?
Sorry, I'm not getting.
What? Name the place where coins are made. Coins, you get 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee coin, 10 rupee coin. You belong to banking sector. I'm asking a very simple question. Name the place where coins are made.
In Kolkata.
Kolkata. No, what actually the place is called as? It is called as Mint. M-I-N-T, Mint. Have you heard that?
No,
One type of chewing.
Mint. See, anyhow, this is the way, Shubham and everyone, just listen here. See, some Sachin said, sir, I need that power to speak in front of everyone. Same I say Rahul also. So one practical instance will come, the opportunity will come where I want that without any idea, without any preparation, how you will intellectually create a scene in which people are attracted to you. It could be at the time of some occasion. It could be at the time of some celebration. I want you all to present that particular program. I want that you all should divide the program list and prepare a nice program with your anchoring part. And in a similar manner, I should say you that whenever you stuck up into some problems, just now as we discussed, suppose I say you that yes, you want to speak on a given topic. Don't get confused. You first think that what topic is being there, and based on that, what points I can frame it. Bring it instantly in your mind, or instantly you write it, and then frame the sentence very simply. Gradually, you want to change the sentence or improve much more vocabulary into it that you added up into it. And then finally, whatever your topic is there, it becomes a very good enhancement. So for today's day, what I say you, that whatever we shared just now, it could be you can share with your friends also, the other students also, and just have a sort of a communication what is being done to you. And don't forget, whatever the assignment is been given to you, that what vocabulary one.
Yes.
Whichever article, because see, you have to read it compulsorily, you try to read. Read, as Vaibhav also said, and Sachin also said, and Rahul also said, that yes, look more of English channels, news correspondence, how they speak. This is all a part of learning. It is there in our content also. I'm not saying, and this is normally everywhere, but we have to practice it. The bigger trainer also does the same thing. I'm also doing the same thing, but how to imbibe into you, that is more important. And it is a real fact. The more you'll acceptive, you have to be very acceptive. It could be in terms of reading newspaper, looking at different channels, documentaries different. Then more importantly, that doesn't mean that only you learn, only listen. The same thing you have to communicate. The same thing you have to present in front of everyone. So make it very clear. Short assignment is there. It could be anything. It could be your guidelines. It could be a brochure. It could be a novel. It could be a story. It could be a reading story, newspaper article. From there, you cover up all those vocabulary words. It could be 10, 12, 15, 20. Write the word, put the meaning, and simple sentence. It could happen that, sir, I created some more sentence. Instead of one, sir, I created 3 sentences. This is the additional surplus what you'll be doing for yourself. So make it a point. For today, I'll stop the interaction now here first.
Sir, can I ask you one thing?
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
Sir, actually, me and many are facing one problem. Actually, we are going for interview. Firstly, HR will take a interview. Means she asks some few questions about ourselves. So how to face that, means how to introduce ourselves in front of HR.
Same thing I'm going to ask you. Introduction part.
Same thing. Yeah.
Just elaborate some few points from which we can explain ourselves.
In
Just
better
points
way.
like 3 to 4 points.
In better way, sir.
See, first thing is there, the introduction part. It is very important how to introduce yourself. Most importantly, don't forget the entrance part, what you deliver. Bigger firms, they have all the CCTV cameras and everything along. The moment you enter, you show yourself that yes, I know everything, and possibly showing yourself that yes, I am very confident. But don't forget, people who are there inside are also viewing you from outside with those cameras and everything. That this particular candidate really has that power, that ability, or the way of confidence. Because usually what happens, it happens with majority of 70% people, candidates, when they come for interview part, they observe the other person first. They feel that other one is much more in competition with me or much better than me. First thing is that prepare yourself well in advance about that company. Collect all the information, all the aspects, whatever the growth of that company you can collect, positive growth of the company, establishment, productiveness, targets achieved, surplus, the coordination between them, and most importantly, the progress. Collect information, prepare yourself, and then go. And when you sit there, be confident, feel yourself very comfortable. It happens that for some times you are very confident, and later on, when you see others now, you feel very dizziness. You feel a bit afraid. But that is the time only you have to just motivate yourself. Yes, I have all the knowledge. I have done my preparation. Now I have to enter. So what first thing I say, collect all the information about that particular company. First thing, prepare yourself, then come inside, sit very comfortably, confidently. Patience. It happens 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. Don't make yourself discomfort. Be confident. When your chance come, it depends upon the etiquettes, how you enter, how you talk to the interviewer people there, and how you present yourself. Make it a very, very important aspect that yes, the moment you are given the permission to sit, settling down, and here the important things comes out is speaking power. The more fluent, the more good you will be in English, then finally only they'll continue with your extra questions. Agar aisa nahi hai, then I can't say anything. They'll just pack you up and say, okay, fine, we'll see you tomorrow, or we'll see you next time, or best of luck. So this is very important. The moment you speak, the moment you start speaking, I'm talking about bigger firms. Because don't forget, what you have within you is you only. But what others are there, that also we don't know. But yes, this is quite compulsory that everybody knows English. But what is the added advantage? You know English, you have taken all the information about the company, you feel yourself, yes, I am not overconfident, I'm just a confident candidate, and most importantly, a very productive one to the company. So in this attitude, you go there. First, the introduction comes out to me. Obviously, the first question, majority people say, introduce yourself. And then it starts. Everybody say, my name is so. Hi, my name is so. Don't say hi and all these things. They are not your friends. Good morning, sir. This is more important. Hi and everything. This is informal. So how you have to present yourself starting? When they give you the permission to start? Yes. Now, as I suggested on the first day also, in the orientation part, that you have to start with some good things what you have within you first. Now it could be hard work, determination, devotion, believing in yourself, truthfulness, all these adjectives what you can put it for yourself, or some qualities what you can put it yourself, that you write it first, or that you frame it in your mind, that you start speaking first. Because this speech of yours will be different from others. Whereas majority will say, my name is so and so, I belong to this and this, like that. So when you put into it, start like this, that myself, no, devotion, dedication, hard work defines me as Shubham. This way you should start. And then following with that, you bring out your experience, you bring out what productive you can bring to the company. Most importantly, tell about your family members, along with that, everything. I'll be sending one pic of that to introduce yourself. The write-ups, whatever I've written, I'll be sending on WhatsApp. So along with that, it could be that Shubham is different in his thoughts. Rahul could be different in his thoughts, in his qualities. So that qualities of yours you reflect into it, because it can happen that they will ask you this question: how could you say that you are devoted? How could you say that you are dedicated? And you should have that answer. And sir, yes, because I believe in myself. Most importantly, I have learned everything in my past experience, and my past records and everything defines me that yes, I have done all the contribution what is needed for. And then the next important question comes out to be this one, very important. Why should we select you? What is there as such what others they don't have? I've seen lots of interviewing part done with the IAS officers and IPS officers and everything. What sort of horrible questions they ask? Since I think it horrible, but it is very, very intellectual questions. And the ones who pass all those intellectual questions, they only get selected. So here also, when you face such interviews, introduction is very, very important because your introduction only reflects you the next step of next question from them. If you give a different outlook of your introduction, I'm sure you'll continue with this. But most important, before you go for an interview now, what do you have to do? Change your accent of speaking part. Don't stammer. Try to continue your sentence and face the interviews. Apart from that, whatever the question they ask you, just give an additional. Sir, I believe in myself. I have gone through with all the achievements, knowledge and experience and the productivity of the company. And this is the highlight what has brought me here. Myself, I feel resourceful person to work for this esteemed company of yours. Sir, I want a chance provided by you so that I can bring out the much more productivity what I have and help the company to grow. This much is fine. After that, it depends upon what questions others can ask. And when you go for big companies interview now, psychologist is there, education department is there, HR department is there, the bosses are there of different faculties or portfolio. So this way interview has been conducted. It is not necessary that your entire gold medal or entire mark list and everything defines you that yes, you are. Now just imagine I have good documents and everything. All certified ones, I mean to say, merit ones, meritorious ones, and I go. And if I'm mum, I'm not able to communicate, I cannot enhance, I cannot show expression, I cannot show confidence. What is the use of those certificates? So it is not like that based on certificates the interview is being selected. What is more requirement? That how challenging you are as a person, how solving person you are, how much productive you are for the company. So all these aspects, some can identify, the psychologist also can understand that yes, this person is not so good in meritorious part, but this candidate is having that knowledge or productivity what he can provide the company in future. So make it very clear when you go for an interview, collect all the detailed knowledge, whatever knowledge you can gain it, prepare it, then you enter. Sitting part is important because the cameras see you. It can happen, mujhe to sab aata hai, I'm very confident enough, I can do anything. This is the lack of confidence or overconfidence what you show and people are observing you there. On the big screen. We don't know, but yes, today the reality is there. The big firms, the big marketing firms, the big companies usually do this way. So it is more important the way decent you are, the way decent you should be while sitting also, and just preparing yourself. Rather than getting afraid, rather than getting worried, you should be confident enough, yes, I have to go for my interview. So these two aspects, then later on when you go inside, how you behave, how you talk, all these things depends upon you, how to present yourself. Introduction part, I'll be sending you that. But additional to it, because we don't know what is the next question will be thrown on you. Why I'm saying thrown on you, वैसे ही करते हैं. यहाँ से question, वहाँ से question, just to mix you.
Right.
They try to mix you up. They try to evaluate
Confuse.
you.
Yes.
Try to evaluate you, how much strong you are, how much believing, how much patience you have. Otherwise, they destroy you. To be very fair, otherwise they destroy you. Okay, fine. We'll see you next day, next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. My impression is this: you make your mark of impression there. See, don't, and after coming back, don't believe in that way. After coming back, whether you are selected or not, the moment you come out, if you are not selected, just feel that they lost a good productivity. This is positive framework.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
be. But if you are selected, you say only the productivity of the company. You show your importance and then thanking you and then finally going on. If you're not selected, don't believe that yes, depression आ गया है, ये आ गया. ऐसा नहीं करना. Because
No.
you have your preparation, I am telling you much better than others. It is their loss if they won't select you. So make it a point in this way. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any other problem, any other issue, any other depression, any other speaking, any other problem, anything you feel that you want to share or talk, go ahead. I'll try to help you out in that also. So,
Surely.
have a
Surely, sir.
small meet together, and I hope everybody will join together. Do
Yes, sir.
share also
Yes, sir.
with your friends, also those who haven't joined. Okay?
Yes.
So, see you. Have a nice day and enjoy the day. Bye.
Yeah. Same to you, sir.
Same.
And again, sir, happy Guru Purnima.
No, I'm very thankful. Same to Prashant sir also.
Yes,
I'm very
Yes, sir.
See, I should express now one more additional I'll say to it. Possibly you can purchase one small rose or something like that and give it to your parents also, because they are the start gurus for you.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Right, sir.
पता नहीं कुछ नया होगा, but you share this, or either one pen, or Papa likes to wear something, or Mommy likes to do something that choosy one what you know. It could be a sweet also, it could be a flower also. Better if you eat flower, they'll be happy enough, because they are the starting gurus for you. See, I want to explore love and affection everywhere. Contribute what you can give it to them.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Make yourself a reason to smile also for them also. As you give us, we really appreciate this. The gift of yours is this only. In the same manner, I also feel my parents are also actually the starting gurus. This also you need to add it up. In my introduction, it will be there for you.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Role models, it will be there for you. Parents as well as your teachers. It is there in my introduction. I'll send you that. Okay. So take care. Enjoy the day. And I feel, they do na ek roz kya problem है मम्मी पापा का.
Yes,
नहीं,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely.
रोज खराब हो जाएगा.
Be happy. It could be, ये क्या हो गया मेरे बच्चे को like that.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yes,
Same
sir.
to you, sir.
Same to you, sir.
Same to you, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.